This is game 3 of Mana against Marcop. Mana's going to be leading with Zapdos. Marcop has a Metagross. Zap Meta, another classic lead matchup. Metagross threatening to be Choice Banded, possibly Rock Slide, possibly Boom Trade. Zapdos threatening T-Bolt, obviously, against a non-Choice Band Metagross. Could also easily get out. Okay, so we'll see what they want to do. Yeah, there's a Blissey from Marcop, nice and safe. As Mana Baton passes, which is nice, gets T-Tart in with the momentum. So the fact Mana is going hard T-Tart against Blissey, just really eager to start breaking things already, suggests that this is going to be a T-Tart with Focus Punch of some kind. Whether that's Choice Band or Leftovers, we're yet to see, and we're going to find out this turn, really. Okay, so Militic comes in and Focus Punch for 58 tells us Choice Band. So we've already got a bit of a prediction game by turn 3. Militic wants to recover, and Tyranitar wants to try and stop Militic from doing that by Focus Punching to punish recover, but of course it risks Militic just staying and going for Surf, which would really just wreck this T-Tar. And so it's a 2-hit KO, and this T-Tar would be very much on a timer for the rest of the game, especially if Marcop has spikes. So, bit of a guessing game here. Mana goes to Focus again. Marcop recovers. And that is a better roll slightly. Militic is down to 30. It's really, really uncomfortable. Is this going to happen again? Yeah, there's another Focus Punch. There's Recover. And Militic is going to be down to 12. That 68 is a huge roll. So Militic will just actually die to Focus Punch at this point if it recovers. So Marcop is sort of very, very much prompted to hit Surf, and that sucks for him because he's going to just have to find some way to get Militic healthy later on. Yeah, Mana makes a really nice play, goes into Zap on the Militic Surf, so now it's at 12, has to get out, and Marcop has to respond and go into Blissey. And Zapdos Baton passes, more momentum. T-Tar is in a great spot, the water's down. So the intuitive play is EQ here, because of course Metagross has been shown. It looks bulky on this kind of team. And Marcop makes a nice call going to Skarm, the unrevealed mon on the Choice Banded Earthquake. So now Marcop's going to get a chance to set up some spikes. Mana wants to go to Jirachi, which could be threatening Fire Punch with the burn chance as well, or an electric move like Thunder. So does Marcop want to stay in and take the trade? I think he might well do, because Skarm is so healthy and you need to push the issue. And Zap, T-Tar, Jirachi, maybe possibly a team a bit vulnerable to spikes, where Skarm will appreciate getting more layers as soon as it can. There's Fire Punch for 32, and the second layer. Fire Punch for 32, I think, suggests it's not necessarily a very invested Jirachi. What comes to mind is, of course, Asterachi, which would make sense passing wishes to Choice Band T-Tar because CB-Tar really, really appreciates getting wishes. So Mana goes to Dole to spin the spikes away. Marcop tries to protect against some lefties. As a spin from Dole gets rid of 2 layers, and Marcop drill pecks. So spikes protect, drill peck means no toxic, which makes the T-Tar just that bit safer against Skarm later on. I mean, either way, drill peck's still gonna be whittling Claydol down every time it comes in to spin away. So yeah, Mana goes back into goes back into Rachi here for this loop. Maybe try another fire punch to burn Skarm, or just pass a wish around. Can't hurt. Yep, Skarm protects. Why not? It's a pretty free protect. Yep, on the fire punch, and now chooses to get out to Blissey instead. As Jirachi fire punches, wanting to avoid this burn chance, and boom, he dodged a burn turn. Look at that. Absolute psychic. So Mana's T-Tar is in, I think, a really good position with a couple of good predictions. If it can get itself into just like start throwing focus punches again, then it's sort of very Marcop's very compromised because the blanket switch, the Militic, is so weakened. So he just needs to find some way to try and get the Militic healthy again. So I think Jirachi's just going to go for a nice safe wish here. Wish into Ice Beam. Oh, and that sucks. That really sucks for Mana. That's incredibly unfortunate. Because Jirachi being frozen means that Militic has a chance to come in pretty soon whenever Jirachi comes in and recover its health up. So Mana has to be really, really careful about that, not letting Militic in. If he wants to play aggro, I don't know. Maybe he wants to play patient. So now Clay is in to spin again, and there's Skarm. Claydol gets the wish for a little bit of extra health. And yeah, we're going to see another spin into drill peck trades. Claydol getting slowly chipped down. I mean, of course, it can keep receiving wishes, so Marcop's going to have to find some way. When I say it can keep receiving wishes, but Jirachi's frozen, which sucks. So if Marcop can find a way to exploit frozen Jirachi, stop wishes being passed around. Yeah, he's got a layer down as well, as Zapdos comes in, and Zapdos is just going to prompt Blissey again. And we'll see if he can bat and pass out to T-Tar to keep directly threatening the Blissey. Yep, there's bat and pass, more momentum from Zapdos, and T-Tar is in to fire off something powerful and choice banded again. So this is actually very much just kind of a guessing game. Obviously, Focus Punches there is something that catches both Metagross and Skarm, but then Bliss could just stay in and Seismic Toss to just punish the Focus Punch term really hard. There's EQ to catch Meta specifically, and Rock Slide, which keep you safe against Blissey and Skarm, but obviously just won't do very well into Metagross, and I think he's going to want to punish Metagross in particular because Zapdos has taken some damage already. Jirachi can't wish to it. We haven't seen a particularly safe water from Mana yet. There's Scum, and yeah, there's EQ trying to catch meta. Markov sort of knows, gets Scum in again to do Scum things. Clay, just gonna keep spinning these layers, and they're both just playing quite a patient game. I think if Mana wants to keep doing this, he's gonna have to get Jirachi thawed somehow. Which unfortunately means leaving it in and get Militic, let Militic recover. There's Gar. Gar's quite an interesting mon in this setup. It's looks like it's threatening Will-o'-the-Wisp, and I don't know. It doesn't look like doesn't look like Mana has a spiker, honestly. So it looks just like a utility Gengar, not necessarily a spin blocker, just sort of jack of all trades mon, be fast, be good. Yep, there's Bliss on the guard, nice and safe. WoW misses, which is a bit unfortunate. Say for example, it's WoW Taunt, it can really start pressurizing Blissey from there. And yeah, Mana's just gonna try and get this Jirachi thawed. And Blissey shows Wish. This Wish is absolutely, definitely 100 million% going to Militic. And Marcop is just thinking, wow, that's a relief. Militic's in. Militic is healthy again. Yeah, there's Zap predicting the Militic. So he's just going to try this baton pass on the Blissey. Hurt something with Choice Band Tar Loop again, which has worked decently so far. Markop's had a couple of good predictions, getting Scarman on Earthquake twice. Okay, now that Militic's healthy, Mana's actually just choosing to try and get Jirachi unfrozen as soon as he can. Oh yeah, Jirachi is unfrozen. And Marco was trying to be a little bit cheeky and just actually trap the frozen Rachi. If he'd managed to get a long freeze and trap the Rachi, I think that would have just been devastating for Mana. Almost like game over at that point. But fortunately, Jirachi thaws, Jirachi wishes, and is now threatening Fire Punch. But Marcop chooses to stay in, just take the paralysis on Jirachi, which could be very useful, especially with this meta, because it makes Metagross faster than it. So he's prepared to take a bit of Magneton damage. Magneton obviously isn't the most useful in this matchup, because it's just, I mean, it's only really its only real use is paralyzing the Jirachi, or trapping it if it somehow gets low. There's no Scum to trap, no Fortress to trap. So yeah, Markup's gonna get Militic again to recover up to full. Jirachi's gonna wish to something, maybe just wish to itself, body slam. Yep. There's recover, and there's a full power. So Militic back at 100% after being at 12% earlier on. Markop's really back in it now. And Bliss is in again to recover up. Mana is actually kind of very behind because the inroads he made were sort of undone. Okay, so Mana goes to Clay to spin. Looks like he's prepared to tank an Ice Beam on the spin turn, because he thinks, okay, Jirachi would just be able to give it a wish later on, in like a Scarm sequence, for example. So Mana's going to get his spin and just go back to square one and start trying to do things with T-Tar again. Yep, there's Ice Beam for 32, and Mana needs to find a way to get Tar in, because CB-Tar is the pressure one, and one way to get Tar in is just straight away on the Blissey, because it's shown Ice Beam and Wish, which means it doesn't have a status, like Thunder Wave or Toxic, which would fuck T-Tar up. So T-Tar on Scarm. Do you focus punch predicting a spikes? Do you rock slide to play around the drill peck that's been shown? We'll see. Rock Slide for 45 into a flinch, which is a nice little bonus. We don't know what Marcop did. Rock Slide again. And Marcop gets a spike. Not 100% about letting Scarm go that low. I mean, he's got Wish Bliss, sure, and the Scarm is going to be able to recover up a bit on Claydol again if Clay has to come in. But he has got this Metagross, which honestly looks pretty good right now against the 5 that Man has shown and would be resisting the Choice Banded Rock Slide. So, I mean, Clay's still spinning, and it'll want to come in and recover. So, yeah, I don't know about that spike there. I don't love it. I think Metagross is relatively free. But I guess he just wants to get the T-Tar and the Jirachi on a timer with a spike. Okay, yeah, we see Mana's lost, which is Coon. Nice little double against the Metagross. And I think Coon's going to be, it's definitely going to be a rest set here. What kind of rest set we're yet to see. I just don't think it would be offensive on a team that isn't really about breaking Blissey as much as just playing like a long strategic attrition game. So yeah, Coon's going to be defensive and honestly looks quite good against the 5 that we've seen from Marcop so far, especially with the phaser low. Coon reflects up and reflects nice against Metagross, obviously. Reflect Calm Mind, Bliss is going to just seismic toss it down, force a rest, because of course Scarm can come in and phase after that. And Mana's just going to choose to go for rest really, really early to stop the Scarm on rest stuff. Just get the sleep turns down, get pressure doing its thing. Yeah, Markup's just going to take his Scarm now and just roar it on the second sleep turn, which makes a lot of sense. So this is looking like it's going to be a long game. Both sides have their sort of winning patterns. I would say that Marcop's is to keep this Coon resting, make it take some damage, and then just try and sort of shove through with Metagross. Maybe he's got a last like a Mence that could do well against Coon, maybe like a Choice Band Mence that brings it in. And just stop the Coon from reflecting. So that's Marcop's win pattern, I think. Just really start trying to pressure shit with Metagross, especially because Jirachi's paralyzed, so it's slower. If you can avoid getting paralyzed himself, Zapdos has taken some chip. So if you can just get Coon low, get it stepping on spikes, then Metagross is a threat. As for Mana's win condition, it's still very much this CB tar. And if he can manage to kill Scarm, he's in a good position as well with the Coon, because there's no phaser anymore when the Scarm goes down. So yeah, there's Clay on Bliss. Will Clay take this spin trade? Yeah, I think it will. I think it will do. Yep, spin into a Wish, which is nice. Gonna give it to Scarm. And heal right back up. So Scarm is nice and healthy once again. And that T-Tar damage is undid. And I think this game shows one main thing, just how OP of a move Wish is. It's just such a game-breaking move in these sort of patient matchups where you're going to win in 100 turns by playing slowly and playing smart. And Wish is so good. Yeah, Mana's Gar can pressure actually quite well. If it's WoW Taunt, it can start chipping down the Blissey, and it doesn't look doesn't look like Marcop has an aromatherapy user, heal bell user, and it's just relying on Refresh Militic, Natural Cure, Blissey to soak status stuff. So WoW is a bit of a threat. Bliss is going to come in on this WoW. The other thing that's actually worth considering as a general point is that this Gar could be Boom. Could be WoW Boom, and obviously Marcop hasn't shown his last yet, so Mana's not going to want to do anything erratic and try and Boom already. You can see Marcop's playing around it. He's doubling to Metagross in an attempt to just like play around an early explosion. But potentially, if Mana manages to get a Boom on Blissey, then Zapdos starts looking really, really good against this team with what looks like no ground type so far to resist Electric. Of course, it depends a lot on the last. So, yeah, there's the Kuhn on meta. Kuhn's just going to reflect. And we're going to get this same Kuhn loop. Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to get Gengar coming in on Seismic Toss, pressuring Wisp, posturing like a Boomgar, possibly even just pivoting. Yeah, so pivoting into T-Tar. As T-Tar's not going to be able to do much here because Blissey's passing a Wish to whatever comes in. Does the best he can, which is a Focus Punch for 70. And I think Scum should definitely be Drill Pecking here to respect Focus Punch. Drill Peck is a no drawback move. Yeah, Mana goes to the Focus Punch, trying to cheese it out. But Drill Peck is always safe. And I think Marcop should just keep doing that. Keep pecking. Because there is zero drawback, and there is a big drawback if you spike. So yeah, Drill Peck into Focus Punch. We're going to see this line again. And yeah, now Mana's going to think better of it. Go to Zapdos on the Drill Peck. And try another Baton Pass loop into T-Tar. Scum protects, Scouting BP, which is nice. Zapdos passes into Gengar instead, and Gengar's going to keep Wisping. Or not. Is going to make a really, really nice double switch, actually, to T-Tar on Blissey. That's really cleverly done from Mana, actually, to get himself back into things. Keep T-Tar just that little bit healthier. Yeah, there's Focus Punch into Metagross for 60. That's a huge chunk. That's super nice. Yeah, Mana goes to Jirachi, Mash Resist. And that raise is actually semi-dangerous. EQ is obviously going to destroy Jirachi. Mana gets in Claydol on the EQ nicely. That's a nice little pivot. Obviously, Mash is still threatening. So yeah, Mana goes to Kuhn, avoids taking a +1 Earthquake, which would have been like 36. So that's super nice. And Kuhn's just going to reflect up again. Meta keeps mashing, maybe trying to get a second raise, and just start really pressuring through rest. I mean, sure, why not? Fish, right? Protecting to Surf, looks like Mana's valuing the immediate damage on Metagross to make T-Tar's life easier, and also not wanting to have Kuhn just be sleeping too long because Skarm gets to do Skarm things. Yep, Calm Mind, Seismic Toss. Now Mana's forced to rest, and are going to see Skarm or Mence, the last. Yep, Mence is banded, and it's hidden powering for 32. Ban Mence looks to be in an okay spot. With a good prediction, it could do alright. Nail something with an HP flying if it manages to Earthquake, Jirachi. Zapdos, the resist to both Flying and Earthquake, is low enough that Flying's a 2-hit KO. Scum's just going to choose to set up a Spike on Jirachi, which, yeah, that's fine. I guess risking a burn, but Jirachi is just going to wish, maybe give this wish to Titar. Or give it to Kuhn, which is fine. Taking conservative route. And Kuhn's going to be able to wake up, which is nice. There's Mag. Maybe just try and like pressure T-Bolt. Why not get a bit of mileage out of the useless Mon Magneton? It's actually one of the better positions the Magneton's going to be in the stage of the game. T-Bolt into Dull. Can't make the call and predict. Mag chooses to Toxic, which seems assuming that this Claydol is Boom as opposed to Refresh. So Toxic will be very good here. And also manages to avoid getting killed as Claydol spins on what he thinks is just going to be Magneton switching. Because that would be kind of the default move, switching Magneton out of Dull. So cheeky little Toxic, which is actually going to put the Claydol on the timer, which means that these spikes might actually just stay up. I mean, sure, Jirachi can still pass wishes, but... okay. Here is Gar again. Yeah, same loop. Blissey. Why misses? Jirachi to get a wish. Seismic Toss, Fire Punch, Seismic Toss, Wish again. Blissey wishing now. Sure. Maybe T-Tar now. Yeah, T-Tar there. And Militip back in. Now just into Kuhn, really, into Rachi, into whatever. Yeah. There's Kuhn. Kuhn going to do this Reflect Loop. Gengar in on the Seismic Toss. Blissey's never going to be Ice Beaming Kuhn. That's nice. Now, Blissey is definitely in Boom range here, so Marcop has to play carefully around that. Well, he leaves Blissey in, making the ballsy play, knowing that Mana hasn't done anything risky for 90 turns. Why would he do it on turn 91, right? Yeah, same sequence, Tar back in to try and do something. Blissey wishes, and it's just going to be a focus punch into whatever comes in. Yeah, there's Skarm back in, and Skarm should just be drill pecking. Now, Gengar comes in on a Spike. Yeah, it's actually a nice call to go for the Spike there. Knowing that Mana has learned his lesson and doesn't want to keep taking this drill peg focus punch loop. So Gar is just going to try and do something. Yeah, once again threatening Boom with the Blissey at 63, but just playing conservatively, and just going to Rachi, wishing something. Yeah, and there was Militic just looking to catch Explosion or whatever, really. Militic going to surf fish for some full powers. Yeah, there it hasn't. But Jirachi just going to wish itself back up. Yeah, more wish loops. Going to get the para. Now Militic's going to show Refresh that we already knew was there, really, because it had to be safe against status. Oh, I don't love that zap. I think that was a risky zap because Militic could always be Toxicking there. Zapdos manages to dodge the poison, which really sucks for Marcop. That seems like a pretty needless risk from Mana. You can just leave Jirachi in to be Jirachi. Maybe get Gengar or Kuhn in as opposed to the Zapdos on a possible Toxic turn. I think that was a mistake that Mana have managed to avoid getting punished for. Mm, yeah, Zapdos is going to get the baton pass now. T-Tar's in. Yeah, that's really nice. Scum on the EQ. EQ trying to call either Milotic or Metagross because it would cover those both equally well. But Skarm is back in, as Skarm has just been a real thorn in Mana's side. The Bliss Wish to Skarm pass combo has just been lethal. And yeah, Clay's going to come into spin, but it's poisoned. Okay, so this is a really interesting turn. Mence is back in. It's a nice move to get Mence in here, I think. And because it's a completely safe move, because Tyranitar's EQ locked, but Mence, it can come in and pressure and do much more than the Skarm will in this position. So will Mana tank an HP flying to spin? He's actually just slightly vulnerable with this layer. And if Mence made a predict an EQ, Jirachi would be in trouble. Kuhn doesn't want to step on a spike and take a choice band mon's damage. Zapdos doesn't want to take a rock slide. So Mana might just leave Claydol in. What's he going to do? Oh yeah, that's a big chunk, that 59. That is a chunky 59. And Claydol is almost effectively dead. It's not going to get to spin again. So Marcop has really made some inroads here, actually. That's fantastic. And Bliss back in on Jirachi to recover itself. Get some wishes. Hard Gar on the soft-boiled. Yeah, it looks like it's going to just try and like burn it, start powering through. Okay, into Kuhn. Maybe trying to PP stall the ice beams, like trying to lure out an ice beam with Gengar and just get it down on ice beams so that Gengar can wall it. Could be good. Calm Mind, S-Toss. Kuhn just doesn't look great with this healthy Skarm and a Bliss with 9 wishes to pass around. Choice Band Mence there. So I think Marcop is like really, really ahead if he can just get some spikes to stick and then just start swinging with Metagross. I mean, he'd be just like in a fantastic position if the Zapdos was poisoned as well. Like that poison avoid was crucial. Yeah, reflect, rest. Mag comes in, and Mana's forced to do the very awkward thing of going to Jirachi or Magneton, self-trapping, risking the Paraline. But yeah, Marcup's not going to take that, just going to go to Milotic, play it safe. Garin on the Milotic, which is good, catches Toxic. Maybe Mana should have been going Garin Milotic earlier because can keep passing wishes to it. And Gar probably doesn't actually take that much from Surf. So yeah, Gar as opposed to Zapdos was a possibility, especially if you just pass wishes to it. But maybe just Gar can't do anything, whereas Zapdos can always bat and pass to the T-Tar. I think Mana's main way of winning, because we kind of established that T-Tar isn't actually doing that much from here, because Blissey's just kept on passing the wishes, is just, if he has Boomgar, which I hope he does, just trying to find a way to boom on Blissey, which is very, very hard to do. Because if you boom on Blissey, Zapdos looks brilliant, but the other thing is that Blissey can't pass wishes, and CB-Tar's damage might actually stick. Okay, Surf for 42 actually. Wow, that's a lot. That's more than I expected. So that's definitely Boomgar, if you didn't know already. Giga, to just recover up a little bit. Yep, back into T-Tar on the S-Toss. And he just rock slides to catch Skarm, which makes sense. Yeah, nice Metagross double, not wanting Skarm to take too much damage. And Metagross might be able to pressure against the Sleeping Coon a little bit. Mash doesn't get a raise, still fishing for raises, can't get them. Oh, yeah, sorry, I should have gone back a turn, that was pretty important. Coon wakes up, surfs to take the immediate damage so that T-Tar is in a better position, gets a crit. A meta EQs also for a crit. So yeah, that's a really funny turn. Coon definitely got the better of that, I think, because it's got rest, it's faster. And I think Coon will definitely just surf, and Marcop will switch to conserve the meta, because meta was like very much the win condition. It sucks that meta got crit there. So that's really unfortunate. It's much more influential than the Coon crit in return. Yeah, Bliss in, and Coon can rest. Yeah, rest, wish. At least he gets to heal Metagross back up again. But Gar is in, and Gar is threatening Wisp again. So it's nicely played from Marcop to just get the wish to Metagross again and avoid that. So I don't know, really nothing came of that, other than Coon being forced to go to sleep. So I guess that wasn't the end of the world for Marcop. I probably overstated how influential that crit was. Yeah, going to protect for a little bit of leftovers on the Gengar. Wow. Blissey comes in to just soak WoW again. Plays around the boom, goes to Milotic. Nice prediction there from Mana. Gar just Giga Drains, holds off on this boom. I think it's just super obvious he's got boom at this point because of how much it took from Surf. And I guess, yeah, Markup's going to just go to Bliss again. The Milotic chip could be influential. Yeah, there's another Giga Drain for 6. Gengar's actually pretty healthy again. And Margaret can't keep scouting boom forever. Oh, yeah, Mana pulls the trigger, finally. And that is a dead Blissey. That's huge. And also an unpoisoned Zapdos. That is huge as well. So Zapdos can just start swinging. Metagross is going to come in and just try and actually boom on Zapdos, maybe. That's what it's threatening. Zapdos baton passes. And Metagross is mashing to take a damage trade. And back to Zapdos again. I guess predicting a switch to something. Takes 31, which sucks. But it's okay, really. Coon can come back in, and Jirachi still has Wish against a Skarm that doesn't have Toxic for Zapdos. And I think this game is, well, yeah, it's over now, because Marcop decided to boom meta on Coon as opposed to Zapdos, which I disagree with, because there's still a million things that can deal with Coon. Choice Band Ments, he's still got Magneton, and he's still got a Skarm that can phase. So yeah, I'm not sure about that boom, but I guess Mana just sort of wins with Zapdos now. Sucks that Zapdos isn't poisoned, but what are you going to do? Yeah, Markup knows he's lost. As Choice Band Ments, threatening to tie. Ments switches actually. Oh, Zapdos HP ices. Oh no, Mana, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? So crazy. You absolute mad dog. Yeah, I don't love risking the tie. I don't know, maybe Mana calced Mentz's hidden power on his Coon, but then I think that did 32, which could have easily come from Jolly Mentz. So, oh no, I think that was just a needless risk. That's yeah, that's a mistake. Oh god. And Mana's not going to get punished for it because Marcop's just going to try and double Militic in on the switch. Yeah, Marcop knows. Don't like risking that tie one bit. I agree. Um, same, same deal. Is Mana gonna respect it this time? Yeah. Okay. Now he's just gonna sack Claydol. Markup's gonna pull off the same double, but Clay can boom now if he has it. Oh no! Just zap on the recover. Sure, get zap back in again. Yeah, why not? And yeah, Zapdos is just going to clean house. So this was a really, really interesting game. Mana had a very, very hard ask to make it through Markop's team. This Wish Bliss from Markop just did an amazing amount. Must have recovered up the Metagross, the Scarm especially, like a million times over. Um, and Mana did the only thing he could, which is just somehow managed to get the boom on Bliss. He's also aided by a bit of luck. He messed up in the mid game, switching Zapdos into a potential Toxic, um, which could have been devastating, but he managed to avoid that, which was fortunate. I think Marcop played very well. Maybe when he got behind against the Zapdos, he shouldn't have boom meta into Coon. But other than that, I think Marcop was actually the better player in this game. But I'm not taking it away from Mana. I think both sides played very well in their own right. Mana had a hard ask. And yeah, there's the finish. So yeah, this was actually a really close series. I enjoyed narrating it a lot, especially this game, where it's all about long term thinking. So yeah,